Well, good morning, everybody. I'm Jan Erickson from Stepping Aside, and welcome to Esoteric and Magical Influences for the 15th through the 21st day of August, 2021. Well, I will apologize before I get started. For whatever reason, I did not sleep last night. We had planned to get up around 6:30 because it's so hot today. It's going to be over 100 again, and the things we normally would do during the day, we cannot do right now. Whatever the quality of the air is, whatever the quality of the heat is, it's different. And we are both, exhausted from it, and we can't be out in it. My husband goes out for a little bit and comes back. I don't go out at all during the afternoon, and lately I haven't even been going out in the evening because it's just too much. The air is just too. I mean, we live on the high desert, so the humidity should be really low. And I mean, there are times when it isn't, like in the morning hours or something like that, early morning. But this, or if we have a thunderstorm or something. But this is weird. And we're not really sure how to deal with it. So we just started getting up super early. And so my husband could go out and mow and do different things that he needs to do to where he's not, getting heat stroke from the whole thing. So anyway, for whatever reason, I didn't sleep at all. We got up at 5:30 this morning. And so I did this once, and it just, I don't know. I didn't like what I did. So hopefully I'm able to get through this and not have to do it a third time. But I kind of stumbled over the words a little bit, and I didn't like that. So anyway, we'll start all over. So I hope everybody had a good week. I hope you're staying cool. I hope all is well with everyone. And I know that Oregon has reinstituted its mask policy. You have to be masked up in grocery stores again, and that started Friday. And I went into a local store yesterday, and I won't ever go back because the store itself, the staff, some of them weren't masked up, nothing. They're just, like it's no big deal, like it's just another day. But, the Delta variant is exploding everywhere. So we have to do this again. It's unfortunate, but we do. So we've never stopped wearing masks, so we always wear them when we go out. So this is not a big deal to us, but, it's going to take another transition point, I guess, for people to remember this. Okay, you can't go in without one now, but we'll see. We'll see how well people do. But today's the 15th, so we have a 6 energy. We have Kenaz as the rune, so the torch or the light of spirit. Conjunctio or joining is the geomancy rune. The moon is in Scorpio until it transitions into Sagittarius at 8:12 in the evening. And it's also first quarter moon at 8:19 here in about half hour or so. Let's see, in that specific daylight time, I should say. The human design channel for Sunday is synthesis. And the sun governs magic, and the favorability for work and magic today is neutral. Now, if Monday through Friday, don't forget to check out the forecast over at Stepping Aside. And I also publish part of it, the magical forecast, over on both on Medium and also on Patreon. But there's the main forecast, which is the big one. That's Monday through Friday, and that talks about different recommendations for work and magic on each particular day. So you might check that out if you want a little more information about that. Plus, there's aspect patterns to look at, rune divination, numerology, all that stuff. So it's there. So Kenaz, the 6th rune of the Elder Futhark and the rune of clarity and awakening, aligns well with Sunday's 6th numerology counsel to express compassion to others. Conjunctio, or joining, draws both together in defining a shared path with others. While the moon is still in Scorpio, emotions may be in flux, but as the moon transitions into Sagittarius in the evening, your focus may shift to one that is more directional and outward directed, I should say, really. Scorpio's internal, Sagittarius is external, but the focus is still intense with both. Throughout the day, however, you may experience some tense moments with others. Try to remain calm and allow a spiritual focus to guide your reactions. A greater understanding is possible if you can see the bigger picture. Remain objective so that deceptive influences do not impact collaborative efforts, and be alert for anyone setting up others to take responsibility for their own doing. That said, wait until the moment is right to share your concerns with others so it doesn't backfire. Maintain steady progress to avoid any burnout on, let's see, Sunday the 15th. Monday the 16th, we have a 7 energy. So balance, justice, letting things settle out, that sort of thing. I was is the rune for Monday, so it's an as above, so below rune, drawing spirit into your experiences. Rubius is the geomancy rune, though, so that's going to be a misuse of force. It's kind of an evil influence sometimes, but it's out of control. It's not really it's the lack of impulse control with poor on steroids, basically. It's the adult version of that. The moon's in Sagittarius, Rubius, you combine the two and you might be pushy and not having any tact. Maybe that's, Sagittarians can be like that. Synthesis is the human design channel on Monday. The moon governs magic, and the favorability is very good for working magic on Monday. You'll take an observer role on Monday before making any decisions. Avoid impulsiveness. Let the situation settle out. That's at 7 energy. And take it from there after the complete truth is revealed. Now that the moon is in Sagittarius, you may want to set off on an adventure or discover a new path. A square between the moon and Mercury, however, warns that miscommunication may occur, so make every attempt to express yourself with clarity. Drop resistance and let go of any need to control the outcome. Exercise self-restraint if the truth is still unclear, and gather support from others while working out the details. Remain humble in your expression and subtle in your approach while removing obstacles to success. And again, that's on Monday the 16th. Now on Tuesday the 17th, that gives us an 8 energy, and so you're talking about leadership and greater understanding, greater harmony, material security, material recognition, all of that. Nauthiz, a Norn rune of the future, the friction within to manifest, is the rune for the day. Rubius, again, is the geomancy rune for Tuesday. So Monday and Tuesday, you're going to have some, quick-tempered energy, maybe, I don't know. Let's see, Capricorn is the moon at 10:58 p.m. So until that happens, we're still in Sagittarius. The human design channel is discovery for Tuesday. Mars influences and governs magic on Tuesday, and the favorability of working magic on Tuesday is very good. So if impulse control continues to be a struggle, avoid a misuse of force. Understand that a greater picture exists and choose harmony and protection over self-interest. As the moon travels into Capricorn at the end of the day, you might feel drawn to more routine tasks at that point, assuming you aren't just simply bagging it and hitting the sack and hoping for sleep to come, which didn't last night. So I don't know what I'll be doing that night. Maybe I should just get up and write or something. That's what I used to do. I just say, okay, I'm just going to get up. I'm not going to lay here. I'm just going to go write something, and then I'll be able to go to sleep. But I didn't. I just stayed there. My thoughts were going everywhere. It was ridiculous. Anyway, friends and family stand ready to provide any support you might need. Work outside tending to flowers or the garden and share your abundance with all. Remain adaptable to new experiences, yet composed enough to stay focused should challenges arise. Work collaboratively with others while avoiding compulsive behavior that may set back progress. And then on, because Tuesday is not just all that we said, it's also Mars Energy Day. So, you've got that, that initiative, that motivating, that catalytic energy anyway on a Tuesday that you're dealing with. It's why it's so difficult to get started on Monday when the moon's governing, because then it's all emotions and you're trying to get it together and you're really ready to go on Tuesday, right? At least that's how it was for me. So I used to just think to myself, well, why don't I just never work on Mondays and begin my day on Tuesday? But then, you don't ease into it, I guess. Wednesday, the 18th of August, we have a 9 energy. So endings, completion, spirituality. Perthrow is the rune for Wednesday. And now this is what you do with fate. It's the notion that the Norns govern the fate of man. Well, do they or do we? And what are the Norns? Are they really just higher self-energy? Is that what we're talking about, governing the fate of man versus the ego? Maybe so. So you might want to think about it that way. Cauda Draconis is, let's see, was it also on Tuesday? No, that was Rubius. So, it's also on Friday. That's the other day. So Kata is going to be our geomancy rune on Wednesday and Friday of this week then. The moon's in Capricorn. The human design channel is discovery. Mercury governs magic on Wednesday. And the favorability is neutral. And again, check the forecast Monday through Friday for the additional information on that. It's going to give you a whole lot more stuff to look at when you're crafting or working a ritual or a spell. So you can get lots of aspect patterns that can govern, what the focus might be, bring things down to a more centralized focus with some of the aspect patterns that are real strong. I only really do the strong ones. And so these are the kinds of things that are going to be affecting things on that day. So it'll also affect your magic. So let's see. I said it was neutral. So between the endings or completion expressed by both Wednesday's 9 numerology and Kata Draconis, got some synchronicity there. Will you control that outcome, or will Perthros' fate be in control? Well, if you equates with ego and Perthros' fate equates with spirit, then I think we know where we need to be, right? So it's just another way of looking at that. Be mindful of any synchronicities that can propel you in a new direction. Make your plans for the future while considering all you've created thus far. Spend quality time with family and friends and take time to organize and clear out the clutter, no matter what the clutter is, whether it's stuff you've got, like I tried to do this weekend in here, which, well, and or it's your perceptions or whatever, things that are not really necessary any longer, just sort of taking up space that doesn't need to be there. Well, that could be your perceptions as well. So assess new situations with cautious persistence, and when you're ready to jump in, do so with a pragmatic approach. Inner development and self-awareness will lead to overcoming obstacles, and a collaborative approach will serve you far better than going it alone on Wednesday the 18th. Thursday the 19th, we have 19 reduces to 10, and then from there 1. And so realistically, you're really looking at, and what did I do with it? You're looking at the rune Dagaz and the energy of one period ending and another beginning. Visually, it looks like this. But you can look at it that way. As one door closes, another opens on Thursday. Vunyo is the Elder Futhark rune, so joy and fellowship. But Tristitia, or sadness, grief, condemnation, maybe we need a new beginning away from that, and that's how we might want to look at those 3 together. The moon's still in Capricorn. There's no human design channels active at 8 in the morning when I do the chart. Jupiter governs magic on Thursday. Remember, it is still in retrograde. So remember that effect when you work magic on Thursday. The favorability is neutral. New beginnings are possible on Thursday if you can let go of control and a quick-tempered response. We've kind of been dealing with that over last week and the week before too, haven't we? It may simply be that you're stuck in a particular methodology and it's not really working for you any longer. Truth may arise on Thursday, whether you want it to or not. Another thing that's been happening lately. If so, realize that this could be a moment where you can finally move past old wounds that have been holding you back. Fear may have been driving your experience, and it's time to focus on self-nurturing and compassion, which is really tough for people, to take care of themselves and to make and to let go of stuff that's just causing you a bunch of grief that doesn't need to be there. Evaluate the situation so that you're ready to accept reality as it actually is, not what the fear is making it to be. If resources are no longer there, then search for other options. If your experience will drive others toward a successful outcome, so set the example and then trust those under your supervision to do their best work. In other words, get out of their way. Give them the mandate, tell them what you expect, and then let them do what they need to do because you've prepared them. You've hired the best, right? If it's that kind of a situation, right? Friday the 20th, we're talking a 2 energy, so compassion, reciprocity, balance, fairness, healing, love. All Ye's is the Elder Futhark rune for the day, and we're talking the elk, we're talking protection. It's also the bridge to higher consciousness, so I view it as raising your hands in supplication to the goddess or to spirit. Again, Kata Draconis, the ending of something, is the geomancy rune for Friday. The moon moves into Aquarius early at 1:49 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time. And the human design channel active on Friday at 8 in the morning is recognition. Venus controls magic, and the favorability is very good on Friday. It could be important on Friday to recognize the basic cause and effect nature of a particular situation. That said, your intuition is strong and it can provide a perspective that is both valuable and prescient. With the moon in Aquarius on Friday, collaboration with others is in order. The Aquarians like to network. They do. They might not understand people's emotions, but they like to network. It's the intellectual thing with them, really. You feel supported and happily nurture those connections, not emotions, though, just the connections that you're getting all this great intellectual stimulation from. A new path may be developing, and it's best now to listen to your inner voice. Be direct in your approach to challenges and avoid acting either on impulse or in a compulsive manner. Remain realistic in situations where security is an issue and set a positive example for others. Again, mask restrictions are being reinstated. Whatever. They're happening again. I can't even talk this morning. I need a nap. So just be aware and set the example for others to follow. Don't be one of the people that goes into stores and challenges all of this by not wearing a mask. You know, especially if you're not vaccinated, you know, you could give people things that, you know, the Delta variant, maybe someone else who's not, or a child that's in there and that doesn't have a mask on, you could harm them, get them sick or worse. So Saturday the 21st, we have a 3 energy. Now that's 3s are catalytic. You're talking mind, body, spirit, balance, triplicities, mental acuity, detail-oriented, creative, optimistic. That's a 3 energy. Hagalaz, the second of the 2 Norn runes this week. The witch rune is the rune of the past. It's destruction and preparation for change within a fixed framework, basically. Fortuna Minor is the geomancy rune on Saturday, and there you're talking baby steps or progressive success or incremental success, or, you know, think I've always said this, that like contractors might do progress billings where ultimately the project costs X amount of dollars, but because it's long term, they've got to get paid, right? So maybe they take money up front for supplies and then they bill monthly or something. That would be an example of Fortuna Minor versus Fortuna Major. The moon's in Aquarius, no human design channels active in the morning there at 8 o'clock a.m. on Saturday. Saturn governs magic, and remember, Saturn is still in retrograde. So again, there's a retrograde section on the that you can check. There's some, even though I don't do a big forecast on Saturday and Sunday, there's still some things from Friday you can look at. The retrograde information will be active, certainly. And you can check that out if you want some guidance from that. Favorability work and magic again on Saturday's neutral. So you're going to make steady progress as you approach the day with enthusiasm and optimism. Support is available should the need arise from a mentor or someone with more experience. Balance your needs with those of a partner. Keep your ego in check, very important. And remain open to new experiences, that is. If tense interactions occur, approach the situation with compassion and empathy. Avoid overreach or extending yourself beyond your capability. Past experiences are an influence, but allow for input from others with diverse abilities and knowledge. Success is in sight, particularly if you're willing to reestablish a new foundation on Saturday. So I guess that's it. Again, you know, this is going to go up over on the blog. While I watch this, I'll go ahead and I'll post it over there. It also gets cross-posted over on Medium and also over on Patreon. On the Patreon version, if you're a Patreon member, it only costs $1 a month to join there. It's a patronage site. It just helps support, you know, the cost of running a blog and stuff. But you can do that, or it's either $1 a month or it's $12 a year. And if you don't have time to sign up every single month, you know, you can do it whenever you want to. And it just unlocks everything that's there. So for the time that you have it, even if you just do it, you know, every month or whenever you feel like it, you can always go back and look at stuff. So it's all unlocked to you at that point. But, you know, again, watch for Somewhat Daily Tarot and Rune on Monday and Thursdays. We do that. And then also, I've been doing, and I'm liking it, via a little correspondences video. It's maybe 5 minutes long, 10 minutes at the most, but usually I try to keep it around 5 or 6 minutes. Those are happening Monday through Friday as well. And that's where I go over either the rune divination or what I recommend, for work and magic that day, or both. Sometimes, I combine the two into the I use what I take from the rune divination, and it's easy to create a working or a ritual from it. Sometimes I'll also refer to the aspect patterns on the forecast on the blog over at Stepping Aside, and the web address to that, by the way, is imsteppingaside.com. And so sometimes I'll do that, but it just depends. I'm having a good time with it, though. I hope people are enjoying it, and sometimes I'll post them over on Instagram too, on Stepping Aside's Instagram page, so you can see it over there too. But all the videos I do, I post them on the side panel of the blog on the front page. It's over there on the left. And you just scroll down a little bit and you'll see them, and you'll see all the ones I have there. And I put all of them there for easy access, And so check all that out. And thanks so much for coming by. I really appreciate it. If you haven't clicked subscribe yet, I'd certainly love you to do that and come back and join our little magical family here. And as we talk about how runes and astrology and all of that can help impact our lives in a positive way. So anyhow, also tarot. So anyhow, thanks so much, and have a wonderful week, and be good to yourself, be good to one another, and blessed be.